Hi, and thanks for joining me. It's Friday, another fun fold day, and I'm making a joy fold card today. So it's very simple. I didn't realize this was the name of this fold. So it opens this way and this way. I don't know how the joy came to be part of the name, but I thought it was fun. So on this card, I used the Hot Air, the Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper, and then the Hot Air Balloon, and some of these rainbow dots. So I thought this paper was fun and bright, and I didn't even need to decorate because I used the actual pattern from the paper. So of course we're going to use different products for today's card, and I'm using some of the new in colors. So I stepped away because I wanted to give a little plug here. Every year, Stampin' Up! Comes out with, in their annual catalog, 5 new in colors, and they last for 2 years. So last year's in colors will stay for another year, and the year before that will be retired. And these are the new in colors, and I think they're so fun. I love them. So there's Petunia Pop, which we're going to use today, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, which is actually an old color that they're bringing back, Summer Splash, and then Shy Shamrock. So there's the ink pads, there's the cardstock, the ribbon, the markers, the designer series paper, which we're going to use today, and then there's these shimmer gems. And I am doing an in color club. I do this every year, and it's a way to get all of these colors over a period of 5 months. So if you join my club, you can email me, patty@pspapercrafts.com, and I will each month send you a PayPal invoice and then send you a color. So like you would get 1 month, you would get like the Peach Pie cardstock full, a Peach Pie ink pad, and I don't have the ink refills, but you will get an ink refill. This is a different color. You'll get the ribbon, you'll get one of the markers, you'll get some of the paper. So the paper, and I think this is a great paper this year. I'm not always crazy about the papers, but I love this. So these are the in color designer series papers, and we will use this today. So you would get the peach pack of papers, and what else? So you'll get the gems, you'll get all of this so that over time you'll have all of the different colors. You can also add on the blends if you want. That's an additional, you don't have to get that. That's not part of the base, but you can get that if you want. And then over a period of 5 months, you'll have all of it. And it's great. And of course, you know, it coordinates with our other designer series papers. And I just think they're really fun colors. So if you're interested, you can email me and we can get started. We'll start in May because I can't order until May when the catalog goes live. And if you have any questions, let me know. So I'm going to just stop this, clear this off, and we'll get started on the project. So here I am. We're back again. So I am using the Petunia Pop. I think this is my favorite, and then Summer Splash so far. But we'll see as we play over time. A lot of times I change what I like the best. So I have my pieces cut. And again, this is the card we're making, a joy fold card. And I just like to show you different papers so that you can have, you know, an idea of different looks when you create a card and have different papers for it. So let me just move this over a little bit more. So the first thing we're going to do, and don't worry about the measurements. If you look below the description, there's a bunch of links down there, and you can find a link called Project Sheet, and that's something that you can print out. It's a PDF, and it has pictures, measurements, and instructions on how to make this card. So don't worry about writing it down, and I probably won't tell you everything as we go. So the card base is actually 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and we are going to score this. We'll score it at 3 inches on the 8 1/2 side. So you don't want to do it this way, but this way, right? So we're going to take our scoring, leave our cutting blade up, and we are going to score it at 3 inches. It's a little bit strange, but it all worked, and it does make an A2 size card because now you have the 5.5 by 4.25. Okay, so we have this one, and then there's this inside fold, and that is this white piece, and that's 3 by 8, and we are going to score it at 4. At 4, yeah. So that it's scored right in half. Okay, so that is this piece. All right, so that is all we need to do with our scoring tool. And now we just have to put our layers together. So on this card, I used the white inside and then the Azure Afternoon for the outside. I am going on this card, I'm going to put a mat behind this piece and this piece. And I am going to have a white piece here, so I don't need a mat. So the measurements are the same for the designer series paper. It's just I went up 1/8 of an inch to give it a little white mat. So what we have here is our designer series paper. So it's the same pack. Okay, it's the In Color designer series paper. And we're just going to lay this right on top of here. So you can either use the mat. I think it kind of pops it off the color, off the background, or you cannot use the mat and it will look like this. So either way, this is the same size. It's just I went up a little bit on this. So let's glue these together. Just going to use some liquid glue, and it's so fun. I love the designs. Again, I'm not always crazy about the In Color designer series paper, but I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. I think this is so pretty, and then I think the floral piece is so pretty. So here we go, and then we're just going to glue this right onto our card base, right like this. See, so it's just a little tiny border. All right, and then the same thing with this piece. So this is this little flower piece. So you could have it like this. And that's pretty, kind of like this. Or you can put, I think this just like pulls the white out and makes it pop. So we're going to do that. And we are using the other side, so this piece will be in this front piece. You'll see what I mean. So just like this. And then we'll put this down. Okay. And we'll put this right like this. Isn't that pretty? I love this color. Petunia Pop. My mom used to call me Petunia when I was a kid. So I always think I can hear her voice in my head with petunias. I don't know why she called me that, but she did. So see, this is the other side, and we're going to put this down this way. And this will come in here. Okay, so let's put this down, and now this has the white, so I didn't mat it. I mean, you could mat it with the Petunia Pop. I think I have allergies, I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm getting a cough again. So excuse my voice, it's kind of going in and out sometimes. So isn't that neat? I think it's so cool. And you can make these all the same print. You don't have to. You could do an embossed layer, you know, one of these, or the back, whatever you want to do. And I am going to use some other new product, and it is the Unbounded Love stamp set. And look at this. Look at all these great sentiments. So I'm going to do the happy birthday, but it has with sympathy. It has hope, love, faith, peace with some is believing in a brighter tomorrow, never gives up, is being sure of what we cannot see, makes the world a better place, you're a true blessing. I think this is fantastic. I'm very happy with it. And then the dies, I mean, look at these. These are great for tags. You can do some nesting with them. I'm using this die. I've already cut it out from some basic white. And we are going to use the new stamp pad. My first time, I have to label them all and test them all out. I like to test my markers and my stamp pads when I get them to make sure that, you know, there's nothing wrong with them. They're not dried out or anything. Because if you don't use them right away and then you find there's a problem with them, you know, sometimes the timing of it doesn't work. So let's see. Happy birthday. And then on the inside, now I'm not doing an inside layer, I just stamped right on here. A little dangerous, but I think it's okay. So on the inside, I'm doing, may all your wishes come true. Yes, I said it before. Now this is, you know, folded backwards. And I'm not really decorating the inside because I feel like it's very small. And I probably shouldn't have stuck this on. The thing is, if I made a mistake here, I would just put a layer over it. Right? So I would just cut a layer a little bit smaller, but I don't think it's necessary unless you have a mistake with it. And we all make mistakes. So then this is going to come like this. And this, I'm wondering if we should put a little bow on it and some bling. Let's do that. So let's get our new ribbon. I love that everything matches. I just like to cut this right under there. And then we'll just tie over a little bow. Oh, this is nice. It's stitched on both sides. I don't know if you could see it. See it? It's got stitching on both sides. Just like fix it a little bit. Don't want to spend too much time on it. And then I keep ribbon scissors separate from my other scissors. Nobody's allowed to use these. Every once in a while I just want to snip something quick and I'm like, nope, not with the ribbon scissors. Okay, so now we want to put this down here. So I'm just going to put some dots so that it, and we want to just kind of put it down, and this is where the liquid glue comes in handy because we're not sure exactly where we're putting it until we close up the card. See, so you want it to be equal on either side, top and the bottom, and you want it straight. Okay, nice. So pretty. And now we'll put this down with some dimensionals. I have a new dimensional thing, which always makes me happy. Whoops, I got two there that time. Let's see if I can pull it off. There we go. And just take the backs off of these and figure out where we want to put it. But these fun fold cards, I think they really, you know, once you break them down, they're very easy to make. You have the measurements, the dimensions, and they really make it fun. I mean, it's the best word for it, right? So we're going to just center this, and we'll put the bow right here, and then we'll put some bling on it. So I like to use a glue dot for my bow, and you just pull it off and stick it on. Stuck to my thumb there. We'll put this right here. So pretty. And then let's open our new package of the bling. And again, I like to just, I do things a certain way. There's probably better ways of doing it, but I like to just cut this and then I can pull it up. So I cut it where the flap is. Sometimes when you open the flap, the glue gets in the way. Whoops. I've got one over here. Must have moved in shipping. So I think I'll just do just one right here. So pretty. So the other thing I wanted to mention is, besides the In Color Club, I'm also doing a designer series paper share, where all of the papers, you'll get a quarter of a sheet of each of them. And I'm going to just look for my sheet. I think it's 143 sheets you'll get. What is it? You'll get 143 pieces of 6x6 of the new designer series paper. I'm not going to, there's some of it carried over. I'm not doing the old one. But if you look at my blog, and I'll have a link down there to the blog post for the paper share and the In Color Club, and you can get all the details. You'll see all of the papers that would be included in it. And there's some freebies in both if you stick through the whole thing. So if you have any questions, let me know. But for today, this is our Joy Fun Fold cards. And next week, we're going on the calendar, we're going to make a double point fold card. So I have to learn how to make that. I know some of these cards, but I don't know them all before I make them. And that's why I make one, and then we do it live with the other one. But thanks so much for joining. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.